Production support for the weekly special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you. It is just too beautiful to stay indoors, so we're stepping out of the studio and into the sun to bring you our favorite ways to soak up summer. Meet the man bringing the beauty of vintage campers back to the roads. Travel to the Indiana Dunes State Park for the annual Sand Sculpture Contest. Take a peaceful stroll in the woods at the Sculpture Trails Outdoor Museum. And cool off from the summer heat at the Antique Fan Museum. We don't want you to miss out on this beautiful summer sunshine. Explore ways to enjoy the season right now on the Weekly Special. Welcome to the Weekly Special. I'm Erica Sagone. This is the best season for both relaxation and exploration. So, whichever you prefer, we're taking you across Indiana to share with you some of our favorite summer spots for both. Nostalgia for road trips is of course top of mind this time of year, but for one Hoosier, his love for bygone travels is taken to a new level.
My name is Dan Piper. I own Vintage Campers, Peru, Indiana. Vintage Campers is an actual outgrowth of my passion. When I got where I could camp on my own, the only thing I could afford was an old camper. And so I camped with an old camper, restored it myself, and had a lot of fun with it. I actually thought I was the only person in the world who was an old trailer nut. And then about 17 years ago, I was out camping in my 1960 Shasta, and I got talking with a fellow camper about old trailers. I found that there was other old trailer nuts out there, and so I got really excited about it. So I just started buying and selling a few of the vintage campers on my website. After doing that for about 7 years, I found that the vintage campers is where my true passion was. And we've been dealing in the vintage camper since then, and then have just continued to grow from selling them to restoring them and selling parts for them and just doing a full service vintage camper operation. As far as the Midwest, we're probably the only one I can think of that actually does the full service. We specialize in 60s and older. We try to deal in the trailers that employ riveted construction. So basically they're built like an airplane. They have aluminum skin on the outside. That aluminum skin is riveted to studs inside the walls, which are typically aluminum. So the main three that we carry as far as the riveted trailers would be Spartan, Airstream, and Avion. But there's lots of other trailers that we would carry. Curtiss-Wright, Silver Streak, Streamline, Bowles Aero, Westcraft. There's actually a bunch of them out there. They're not near as common as the Airstream or the Avion or the Spartan, but still very cool trailers. It doesn't really matter if it's the RV industry, the boat industry, the house industry. Things were just built better back then. People took pride in their workmanship. If you look at the name tags on these old campers, it's not a little plastic sticker or a little vinyl label that says their name. It's usually a metal decal that they put some money into because they were proud of it. The older they are, the more wear and tear, more abuse they've had, so the more work involved. But the older ones, there's just not as many out there, so finding a good old one's a good find. My own personal preference is the older the better. As far as restoration, our preference is to restore trailers back pretty much to how they were when they were rolled out of the assembly line in the factory. One of the biggest problems we run into is water damage. So a lot of the expensive work on a restoration is replacing the woodwork in the trailers. We'll upgrade them electrically. The plumbing, we usually just go ahead and replace the plumbing. And then all the cosmetic stuff, the light fixtures, the hardware and so forth, We like to, a lot of times those pieces are missing, so we will, salvage old trailers and rescue the old parts and pieces that we can use if that trailer is too far gone to restore. We'll pretty much do anything to them. The only thing we won't do is someone ask us to totally butcher and chop up a nice, good unit. We'll say no thanks. Since vintage campers are my passion, I would love to keep them all, but unfortunately I can't do that because of the economics. And so I do have what I call my keepers. I would, like I say, like to not sell any of them. My line now is I sell vintage campers to support my habit of keeping them. And that's a lot of truth to that. The vintage camper culture is definitely growing. I think a lot of the baby boomers like myself grew up camping, had a good time, fun time, and they want to sort of bring back their childhood memories.
Want to find your perfect summer trailer? Visit Dan's website, vintagecampers.com, for the latest units for sale. Nothing says perfect summer road trip like a visit to the beach. And for many years, families across the Midwest have made Indiana State Dunes part of their annual tradition. Gently rolling waves, bright warm sun, building sandcastles with your best friends. These are the memories of summer for Hoosiers both young and old. A perfect day at the beach. But this isn't the coast, and that's not the Atlantic. It's the Indiana Dunes State Park, and each year it becomes home for lots of fantastical creatures as part of its annual sand sculpture contest.
We're looking at a great resource here, the sand. It's one of our main stories is Lake Michigan, its effect in the dune creation process, and so it's just a fun recreational activity that we can do using the resource here of the land. Bringing out people to the park, and they're here having fun. It's more than just the beach and water. They can play with this medium, and then they're probably going to learn something too, and maybe give them a reason to come back in the park for maybe another special event, come back for the trails, or come back camping, and definitely just coming back and using the parks and realizing everything that we have here.
With 16 miles of hiking trails, there's no shortage of things to do. For Patricia Karachi, leader of a local girls club, the event is a perfect opportunity to get the girls out and active in their community.
We stumbled into this last year. I had a couple of girls from the club that came last year, and it was so much fun. And just watching all the different groups build and the creativity, oh my gosh, the artistry. And so just to see the community come together for the dunes and just celebrate this kind of an event, especially on a perfect summer day, what better thing to do? So many kids sit inside on a beautiful day and play video games and Instagram and cell phones. And so it's nice to get them away from the screen and out in reality, because this is what we did as kids. And this is what you should do in the summer. Come to the beach, get sandy, get dirty, get stuff in your face.
I just like how we all kind of get together and just build a sandcastle. So we came here about 7:30, and then we just piled a bunch of sand, and then we added some at the end, and then we started sculpting a squid.
The best part is just everybody getting excited about getting together out here. They look forward to it. They make sure they're off that day, and then it's just a blast. We always enjoy it, So if we're not kind of wood, we'll do it for a long time,
We got so many folks that just plan for this date, and you really see some creativity from these families that come out every year. And even though this is an amateur event, there's some really good quality stuff that we're seeing out there this year already.
Each year, the contest features a special theme, giving participants time to brainstorm their sand creations. This year's theme, All Washed Up.
We decided to come up 9 years ago and do it, and had a blast, and decided to come up every year since then. Since some of us live in Bloomington and some live up here in Portage, we were emailing back and forth, throwing ideas out, and typically we don't decide until the morning of when we all come together. And it's fun to watch everybody come out and see all the sculptures and get excited about looking at the different art forms that are out here.
There's the sketch. Octopus. I wanted to get that big head with them bulging eyeballs. You can only bulge them so far with sand. So you do your sketch kind of as a layout. A basic plan to follow, but it always takes off on its own, That's the fun of it. It flows like sand, wherever it goes, you follow it, or you take it out if it doesn't work, The feedback from the people is always great, because they a lot of times, depending on what you're making, they may say, what is that? And it may be totally different than what you're building. It doesn't matter, though. To them, that's what it is. Half the people think it's a squid. I think it's an octopus, but I'm not sure,
With the sound of a whistle, building comes to an end, and judges embark across the menagerie, awarding points for such things as creativity and theme. Visitors also participate, voting for their favorite as the People's Choice Award. Squid or octopus, it didn't matter. The Bianco family took home both top prizes.
Anytime you do anything together is good, and anytime you create something together is better, you know? So even though it's temporary, it'll be gone by the end of the night. It's the process and the input from people walking by and stuff is nice, you know? That's all we're doing is making memories, you know? And the thing is, it's simple in the sense you take sand, water, and imagination. And then, like I say, it all goes back to where it was by the end of the night, but the memories are there, you know? That's a good feeling.
This year marks the 20th annual Sand Sculpture Contest. It's not too late to sign up yourself. Learn more about the event at in.gov/DNR. And if you're looking for a cooler stroll, the Sculpture Trails Outdoor Museum is the ideal spot for a leisurely walk in the woods.
It was the day I seen that foundry running for the first time. Everything in my life really became clear. I mean, I still remember that day. I had goosebumps, I teared up. I couldn't believe it. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't believe that I could make something that the end result would be an object that will last longer than me. So when I'm done with my art, I can literally walk away and die and know I've left something.
After attending graduate school for art, Jerry was invited to lead a workshop at the Museum of Steel Sculpture in England. The experience led him to create his own outdoor museum on his family's 60-acre plot nestled in the hills of Greene County.
My wife and I thought, well, maybe we could just put a few around here. And that was kind of it. And after 3 or 4 pieces, and then seeing the community's response, we brought in more. And since 2001 till now, we've established about 3 miles of paths in the woods, and there's currently 120 pieces on the property. And that's a great way, that's the only way really, to give it back to the community and say, hey, look, enjoy, and understand what passion is and see what, it's like, why would they do that? They're crazy. Well, they're just full of passion.
In 2010, the Sculpture Trails Outdoor Museum held its first workshop. Every summer, artists from around the world gathered together to create over a 30-day period, sculpting and casting molds ranging in size from 5 pounds to over 6,000 pounds.
When we have an iron pour, we'll have the main furnace crew, and then our furnace is so big we have to have a separate crew just to load the iron. And then we also have the pour crew team, so we have 2 crew chiefs is what we call them. Then we have a mold line chief, so when you see the pour field full of just big blocks, he knows what size hole is in the middle of those, and he knows what is inside and how much metal it's going to take.
Heated to over 2,700 degrees, the furnace can put out as much as 3,000 pounds of molten iron in only 20 minutes. Over the month, the artists cast over 15,000 pounds of iron.
Right before the pour, it's like you're soaking in the silence. You got to see the whole pour. For me, I'm directing the whole pour. I'm directing all of the crews. The dance, that's exactly what we call it, the dance. All the movements are there, and we become one. And it is an amazing thing to see, 20 artists out there on that pour floor, and they all know exactly what to be doing, A lot of the pour is solving emergencies really fast, so nobody gets hurt. I guess the little kisses are little pieces of iron that fly out and burn you somewhere. They're just a little, and it's like, oh, you got a kiss from the furnace. And that just means she loves you. And then after 20 years, it's like, man, I didn't even get a kiss this time, man, You start to crave them, really. So for me, that was it. I love fire. I love the fire arts. All the art that I love, you have to be able to control fire to make your art. And that's what we do.
After the iron cast is made, it takes 24 hours for the mold to cool, at which point the sculpture is only 30% done. From carving to welding, each piece takes roughly 100 hours to complete.
When they come in and they build something, it's there forever. and they can always come back and use it. So when the foundry gets better and better every year, they know they can come back and they can produce the biggest awesome piece they've ever done in their whole life. And they're just part of the community, and the place is theirs, you know, as much as it's mine. So it's never going to be completed. It'll be a place where we just continually grow and change and grow and change. And you know, I see the place as one big sculpture. When you're looking down on it, I see all the lines of the paths and all the pieces, and I'm building one big composition, one big 30-acre sculpture. It makes my life feel like it's going to be worth it. I don't know, the idea of something staying beyond me. It's all those hundreds of artists that have helped. Casting is for everybody, and that's what I love about it, because art is for everybody. And that's one reason why my wife and I really wanted this place here, where, you know, there's no intimidation whatsoever. You just stroll through the woods. Everybody can go for a walk in the woods. That way everybody can experience sculpture and art. And the reason we do a lot of the workshops is to show, hey, here's how hard it is, or here's how awesome it is. And then they have a sense once they come back and look at these again, like, man, I can't believe that's how it was made.
The 15th annual Aluminum Pour is just around the corner. Don't miss the spectacular display. Learn more at sculpturetrails.com. Wow, can you imagine that kind of heat in these summer months? Luckily, our next Hoosier Museum is just the place for cooling off. Like most 17-year-olds, Tom Frampton did not have a passion for fans. But what started off as part-time work eventually turned into a lifelong obsession.
I got into fans as a summer job between my junior and senior year of high school, working for an antique dealer, and eventually we did some antique fan reproductions, and one thing led to another, just took off, and we're in the fan business.
As the Casablanca Fan Company continued to grow, Tom built his career, working up from sweeping floors to leading the customized fan department. In 1996, Casablanca was sold, but Tom struck a deal to take the custom fan division himself, and Fanimation was born.
Fanimation is situated in Zionsville, Indiana. We specialize in high-end specialty fans, interesting looks, interesting means of operation. We do a mixture, but more and more we do original design, but still draw from the past. We have a huge line of tropical fans using palm leaves and wicker and bamboo, fans that have blades that disappear, mechanically interesting fans, punka fans, fans that go back and forth.
But Tom doesn't just make fans. He's an avid fan collector and the curator of the Antique Fan Museum, located at the Fanimation headquarters in Zionsville, Indiana. The museum relocated here in 2009 and is comprised of fans on loan from over 60 members of the Antique Fan Collectors Association. For Tom, it provides plenty of nostalgic inspiration to create the next great fan.
Fans go back to the Egyptians, if you can imagine somebody fanning the pharaoh. In more recent years, you might have a series of fans, all pulley-driven, and somebody in the basement or somebody in another room turning a crank, pedaling to power the fans. Prior to World War II, there were 600 different manufacturers of fans. You would think there would just been a handful. In the museum, we have about 160 represented, so we're missing most of them. The fans that are loaned to the museum from the general membership come as they are. Some come restored, some come original. Most of the fans I put in here have been restored. It's just my particular taste. I have a pretty unusual collection. I also collect antique hand fans with advertising. But to be able to house such a great collection in my own building, I mean, how could you pass up such an opportunity?
And the collection continues to grow, with over 450 fans dated as early as the 1880s. In the next year, they'll be expanding the museum, adding a second floor and plenty of new finds, which for Tom continues to drive his passion.
Collecting fans is like, I guess, eating popcorn or crackers or potato chips. One's not enough. There's always something to be found. I think like anything you want that's a little more difficult to get, that's just a little more satisfying. The hunt for the fan often has an interesting story. I don't want the easy pick. I guess it's my eclectic personality, but I prefer the unusual. The harder the hunt, the more difficult, the more challenging, it just makes it that much more fun. I'd like to get myself to Cuba. They've been embargoed from American products since 1961, so there's got to be a lot of great fan antiques there. But if it's out there, I'll find it eventually.
The museum is open Monday through Friday, and the annual Fan Fair is coming up. Learn more about the museum and event schedule at fanimation.com/museum. Well, we can't talk about summer without mentioning a certain refreshing drink. This farm in Knightstown is making sure that local breweries have the hops to make it. At its most basic, from porter to IPA, beer is comprised of 4 ingredients: grains, yeast, water, and hops.
The beer itself, without hops, is very sweet. Hops are thrown in to kind of balance out that sweetness. They impart flavor, aroma, and bitterness into a beer.
And the vast majority of the hops grown in this country come from the Pacific Northwest, predominantly Washington State. They can grow wild, but cultivating them requires a substantial investment of time and money. So when Ryan Hammer started growing hops just outside of Knightstown, Indiana, he started fairly small, just 40 plants.
Kind of started out as, just an experiment really to see if hops would even grow in Indiana. I had a great first year. We had a good harvest off of just a few plants, not very much, but Sun King was nice enough to buy what little hops we did have off of us, and they did a wet hop version of one of their staple beers, Osiris. So that's kind of how we got started. It's amazing, when I first started researching, I kind of tried to find a reason why hops weren't being grown in Indiana, and I couldn't find one. It was, it was really surprising to me. They're mostly grown between the 30th and 50th parallel across, either hemisphere, and we fit right into that bill.
Now known as Three Hammers Farm, and with triple the plants in the ground, Ryan supplies locally grown hops to several central Indiana breweries, including Indianapolis's Indiana City Brewing Company.
Unfortunately, the first year that we met him, he had already sold everything to a couple other breweries in town except for about 7 pounds of Chinook. So we went ahead and bought that 7 pounds, and we were brewing a red ale we call Red Collar.
Currently, the hops are harvested by hand with the help of volunteers, mostly family and friends. The bines are dropped and the individual cones are picked. These Chinook hops are headed to Indiana City for a special batch of Red Collar.
The hops that are arriving today, we're brewing that same beer that he first helped us out with. It's Red Collar, and we're going to throw these wet hops right into the fermenter as soon as they arrive here at the brewery.
It's a process known as wet hopping, and it only works if you can get the hops from the field to the fermenter quickly.
And it kind of varies, but usually 24 hours is the max. You may be able to stretch it a little bit longer than that, but it's, you're just losing quality the longer that clock ticks. And that's the reason it hasn't been done here yet, is because, overnight freight shipping from the West Coast is not cheap. That was also another factor in me deciding that, hey, this is a good idea for Indiana, because this is bringing something that the brewers haven't really been able to use before in their beers.
Along with freshly picked wet hops, Three Hammers Farms offers whole cone hops that have been dried.
Once they're picked, you have to take them right over, be moving air across them, drying them out, maybe add some heat, and that'll get them down to where they're just very little, maybe 10%, 9% moisture at the most left in the cone.
Dried or wet, there's clearly a demand, as more and more follow in Ryan's footsteps.
There's quite a few, and there's more in the planning. It does take a few years for them to become established, and for the plants to mature to where they're actually getting a full yield. You're starting to see more start making those first steps with the expectation in the next few years that they're really going to be helping us out.
It started a few years ago with the craft brewers saying, we're the people brewing your beer. This is our beer, we're giving it to you. Hi, I'm the person who did it. And now we want to take that same idea to our end of the deal, to where, hi, I grew the ingredients for this beer.
It would be amazing to have all of our hops grown right here in Indiana. It'll take a while for it to get to that point, but there's definitely, you can see other areas of the United States where it's trending that way, where it's already happened.
Three Hammers Farm has now expanded into Crazy Horse Hops LLC and is now Indiana's largest producer of hops. Visit their website to learn more or to visit the new farm, crazyhorsehops.com. And be sure to visit our website, weeklyspecial.org. Click on the Explore Your Area tab and find the summer destinations in your own backyard. Well, that's all the time that we've got out here on this beautiful day. But before we go, one of our favorite Weekly Special country stars is launching his summer tour this weekend. Visit jakedodds.com for the list of performances in your area. Take a look back at his studio performance, and you don't want to miss the chance to see Jake live. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night.
What you thinking, looking my way? I'm hoping we're thinking the same things. I could try my lines and buy you a drink, or we can just leave this smoky place. 'Cause I don't wanna leave here with regrets, wondering what could happen next. Whoa, hey girl, what you say, we gon' get away, girl. Catch a little bit of crazy in the middle of a night sky. Alright, you by my side. Whoa, let's go, we'll find a little place.
Production support for the Weekly Special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you.